Hey, welcome back to the second video in the series on forging for beginners with Don and Tracy. And I just trying to narrate this thing best I can to kind of help you understand what we're doing if you've never done this. And like I said, I'm a little rusty at it, but right now I'm just doing hammer blows about from midway from the width of the blade to the edge. And we're just working that edge with those hammer blows to try to create a bevel like you would see in any other knife. In other words, we want it to thin out from the back of the knife to the edge. We want to get that edge as thin as we can so we don't have to spend so much time with a with the belt sander and removing the material. And it's coming along. It's really going to be a really thick knife. I mean, as far as wide knife, I should say, and it's a really it's turned out pretty nice. But so that's where we're at. In this next series of videos, you'll see it. I'm trying to show you. You can see those hammer marks going down on the edge of the blade there. So anyway, y'all hang in here with us, and we'll see how it goes. So as we continue, like I said, it's just heat the blade up, bring it to the anvil, and as fast as you can, and still be safe. Direct your hammer blows. I'm directing those hammer blows kind of in a row, if you will. I'm moving from the base of the blade near where the handle is going to be to the tip of the blade, and I'm just directing those hammer blows to thin that area out. I know it sounds redundant, but I'm not just randomly hitting the metal. I'll look at the blade on the edge part and see where the thick parts are, and I'll direct the hammer blows to that area to try to thin that out. Okay? So I'm just trying to help maybe somebody out there who's beginning to understand what's taking place. And I'm showing you the progress of the blade so you'll kind of know how this thing is going to be transformed. So now we're just to a point where, I've decided to take it to the belt grinder. We're using 36 grit belt, and just there again, we're continuing to thin down the edge, putting that the flat grind on it, and also looking for any high spots in the blade. Kind of straightening out the back of the knife, the spine, and also working on the tang a little bit and shaping it, getting it ready for a handle. And it's nothing glamorous. It's just I'm pretty well done with the part in the forge except for the heat treating, and we'll take it through a couple of processes here in a minute to put the temper back in it, and we'll leave one process for me to do when I get home, and that's to put it in an oven on 450 degrees for 2 hours to where it won't be so brittle. It'll have some flex to it so you don't break your knife blade. So that's where we're at, and this thing's coming along nicely. It was a lot of work, and it will be a lot of work when I get it home, as you will well see in a couple of future videos. But there again, you got to go careful with that 36 grit belt. It'll put deep grooves in your metal, and they're hard to buff out. So just keep that in mind when you're working with. So this is where we're at on this. Okay, this is how this blade's coming that we started on this morning. And I've decided that I'm not even going to worry about putting a handle on it today. We are going to drill a couple of holes while it's soft, while we softened it up before we put it through the hardening again. And right now all I'm doing is getting that bevel on there. And some people have jigs and stuff they use to get just a precise angle and stuff. degrees on that edge. Don and I both, we just kind of eyeball it, and that drives some people crazy. But so anyway, that's where we're at on that.